Don't
What
forget
about the cute little ladder? It's like attached.
Yeah, it's just coming
off
off of ladders.
There's another
Hot.
truck that has the ladder that comes up like that.
Hot.
Yeah. Very scary, but.
Oh yeah, and it's like a forklift, and it to help
I was
get
more
you
afraid
up.
of that than the fire. I hated that shit.
Really?
Oh, the ladder.
I'm going to a burning, melting building any day. Driving that fucking ladder and that wind's blowing.
Not a heights guy.
No.
I'm also not a heights guy. I used to climb cell phone towers.
Damn. And you realize
I'm so.
if anything happens, there's no one gonna catch me. It's not like it's just over. You know what I mean? Like, I'm like, man, this. Yeah. You're like, hurry up. Oh
I
my
find
God.
peace in that.
What in Tardation?
You know the crazy thing about being in a house fire is just pitch black.
What?
You wouldn't expect that. You can't see anything.
What do you mean?
Really?
What?
You go into a house fire to put it
Okay,
out.
I just want to tell everybody that this is my biggest fear.
All right, talk to me.
Continue. No, this.
Wait.
Fire.
Oh, no, we don't even have to keep talking about your
Dying
biggest
in
fear.
a fire is my biggest fucking fear. I always think my house is about to be on fire. No, I mean, I'm saying this.
No, you're good. I don't want to talk about your biggest fear. I want to bring up your trauma. But
I don't know why. I don't know if it's trauma. It's just a fear.
But you'll smell it before.
But
you're not
don't
going to
even
wake up in flames
anymore. Because Josh could theoretically save you.
You wake up on fire.
Won't go in the fire.
But
Josh won't go in the fire.
Call me.
Fucking save me.
And I'll say,
he can talk you through it.
Hey, fam, get you some water. First thing, get you some water.
Okay, I'm like on fire. I'm like,
I think it's too late for that.
Yeah.
But yeah,
It's my biggest fucking fear.
Fire.
No, you smell it way before. And in modern day, it rarely happens. We didn't fight fire a lot because there's sprinklers everywhere. There's smoke alarms. That's rare.
So now it's like mostly like abandoned buildings and weird
or sometimes it's big
industrial,
really old houses, really old apartments. One fire I had, somebody smoked a cigarette and then they fell asleep smoking.
Okay, that's crazy.
Yeah, they had to.
How fucked up on Klonopin are you?
Yeah, we had to pull that boy up out of there.
Fucking fall asleep smoking.
Oh, that cigarette must have been good as hell, fam.
Crazy.
And then he had hella shit in the house. People be hoarders, bro.
What happened right before the cigarette? I think that's the part that you
probably
know
watching his stories. You know, the old people. They probably some old Andy Griffith or something. It was just like
some diabetes.
Yeah.
Some old dude.
Pulled that man up out of there.
Diabetes?
No, I used to have a joke. It was a story. It was some shit I did on the set of a Kevin Smith movie. Because they told me I was an extra in the background, and they told me to make up my lines because they're like, you're supposed to when we say action, you're gonna have a conversation with this like nurse at like the nurse's desk in this hospital.
Where was y'all shooting this
at? In Jersey.
Nice. Okay, go ahead, my bad.
All my scenes got cut from the movie, but this is why. This is why.
Talk to me.
So I'm in the background. It's in Clerks 3. It was Clerks 3. And it's in the background of the scene when Justin Long is getting ready to shave Randall for his surgery.
Okay.
And so they're arguing about like, he's like, you can't shave me. Like, I can't pull my dick out. My best friend is right here. Like all this shit. He's like, literally the argument. He's like, look, I have a small dick. And I tell people I have a small dick and they don't really believe me, but I really do have a small dick kind of thing. And he's like, so you can't show people my dick because then they'll know for sure. And it's this whole thing. But in the background of that, I was an extra, and I'm supposed when they were like, this little assistant director was like, when I yell action, when they yell action, you're gonna start talking to this nurse at this nurse's station. You're gonna walk up and be like, you're looking for your mom. You guys are gonna have an extended conversation because it's like a long dialogue scene going on behind you. Yeah, just me. And they're like, so you're just. There were other people, other extras doing other things, but I'm talking to this guy at the nurse's station. That's my role in the background. There's like other people like walking around, like there's somebody in a coat walking around with a clipboard, going room to room kind of thing.
Right.
But they're like, this is an extended dialogue scene, so you have to have an extended conversation. So you're looking for your mom. It's gonna take a while. You're gonna start getting like frustrated. And then eventually a nurse is going to walk an old lady in like a gown over to you, and you're going to be like, oh, Mom, you're going to hug her and then walk her out of the frame over here. And I was
solid
like,
roll. Solid roll. I like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I was like, okay. So while we're in the background having this conversation, what all am I supposed to be saying to him? And he was like, oh, just make some shit up. And I was like, okay, bet. So when he yelled action, and I was like, oh, hey, I'm looking for my mom. And the guy was like, oh, okay, I'm so sorry. Like, why is your mom in the emergency room? Like trying to like ad lib or conversation with me. And I was like, oh, she was there was a house fire. And he's like, oh no. Like, is she okay? And I was like, well, no, this is an emergency room. So, and he's like, right. Yes. And kind of thing. And he was like, well, what happened? Like, was it an electrical fire? And I was like, no, Mom fell asleep with a cigarette. And he's like, oh no, so her like bed caught fire. And I was like, no, Mom sleeps in her Dale Jr. recliner. And now he starts realizing that I'm just fucking with him. And so now he's like trying not to like crack because the cameras are behind me.
Yeah.
So they can't see my face and how much joy I'm getting out of this, but they can see his. So he has to fucking lock it in. And now I'm just like, oh, I have to break you. This is what I do, my guy.
Mama ain't coming home. This great fucking one.
Oh, I did. I went on this whole thing, and he was like, "Oh my God, well, like, what do you mean?" And I was like, "Mom fell asleep smoking a cigarette in her Dale Jr. recliner, and that thing is." It says it's flame retarded, but it's not. And he goes, do you mean retardant? And I said what I said.
That just got me too.
For some reason, to me, I thought it sounded good. I'm like,
yeah, me too. I was like, yeah.
Okay, I guess they do say it.
It's retardant.
That sounds better.
But I did it on purpose.
Yeah, sure.
And he was like, and he was like, well, what's that mean? And I was like, that means Mom fell asleep with that cigarette. And when it caught, it lit that whole chair up. But I'm here because I've got to meet with her and her doctor because they want to talk about her plastic surgery. And he's like, why would she need plastic surgery? I was like, because Mom sleeps naked. And when she dropped that cigarette, it hit the chair and then lit up her whole undercarriage. And he's like trying not to just completely break. And by the time when they yelled cut, my guy just busted out laughing.
That's
and this assistant director just ran over and was like, what's going on over here? And that guy told on me.
The damn work snitch.
That's weird.
God.
Yeah. Was he a firefighter?
Right. I compared to a guy in grade school that reminds the teacher about the homework. I never liked that.
No.
Well, I guess you would also have to assume I never did the homework.
Yeah.
Because if you did the homework, I guess you would be hyped to turn it in.
I was usually pretty hyped.
Damn, you was doing... Okay, so when you go home back then, do you do the homework immediately or did you fuck around first and do the homework?
I fucked around for like the first hour at my grandparents' house and then I did my homework. Or sometimes
I would get caught up in the fuck around. I go home after watching, I think it was like Hey Arthur probably, or some Rocko's Modern Life.
Oh, Rocko's Modern Life.
Nickelodeon was just vibing.
Yeah.
But then you get caught up in that. Then you gotta eat. Grandma bring you the plate. Now I'm eating the plate.
Snacks. How can I do homework?
Yeah, but then you know Prime TV, wrestling starts coming on. Things start coming on around 6, 7. But then you know my bedtime's fucking 9. Now mom's home. You do your homework, sure, and do it. Go home, sleep, and wake up, and then I'm like, I'll do it early. Maybe copy somebody early in the morning. Nobody gets there on time, and then boom.
I was a straight A student.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn, if I had to run it back, I would be. I guess everybody can say that.
I almost was valedictorian in my
class. Were you competing for that? You were competing for that.
I wasn't until my senior year. Until I joined the army, I was like super serious. And then once I raised my right hand, I was like, what
race won it?
Wait, what?
The valedictorian that year.
Some white girl.
I was gonna go Asian, Indian. Well, I was gonna actually throw a bid in for us, but
brother, I graduated with 7 people. All of them were mostly white.
Hold the fucking phone. So you were homeschooled?
No.
You were in school with 7 people.
A small southern.
Oh, that shit don't even count for real. Y'all don't even have homework. Hell no. Valedictorian.
You wanna hear crazier?
Talk to me.
3 people.
No, sir.
Private Christian school.
Like, what was it, Montessori or something?
No, it was a Florida Christian Academy.
Is this so? You did that for 4 years?
No. Just my senior year.
Yeah,
The end of my junior year and my senior year. I went to public school. All of the rest of it.
You know I'm talking shit to you, bro. But now that I'm thinking about it, I got suspended. I got kicked out. Let's take that back. I got expelled, respectfully, to my mom.
Sorry, you get expelled from a lot of stuff.
I got expelled. I know, man. I got to start getting expelled from. They got to stay in something. So they expelled me from school, bro. I was selling some weed. Was never good at selling weed. So, but it was just a thing you do. They called me bullshitting. Ironically, a snitch. You know how that goes. They kicked me out. Then I have to find a school to graduate. It's senior year. I go to what they call a Montessori school. It's about 7 of us in that motherfucker. So as I'm talking shit to y'all, I'm realizing I graduated with 7 motherfuckers. However, we graduated with a group of other private schools. So it felt like it was a group of us. It felt like a 300. Yeah, because a 7-person graduation, that's 2 minutes. You ain't got to get dressed up for that shit.
I graduated with 1,000 or
that's what it's supposed to be.
1,500.
Yeah, what's your last name? What's your last name start with?
Feldman. It's F.
Oh, so you up there early. I was L.
I'm up there early, but...
Oh, see, you Wilkerson? I got you. You can come late. Yeah. That's going to be a minute.
Public school, my high school class at Newberry High School, which I would have graduated from. Shout out Newberry High School.
Newberry.
Friend of the podcast. But
what up,
we literally used to yell that, dude. Like at basketball games, I was one of the chants. It was like, Newberry. Newberry.
God, high school was cool. Did you go to college?
I did, but not until I started community college, met an Army recruiter at the community college and got me.
Really? That's because he's like, how about money instead of this bullshit? You're like, I'll do it.
Literally. He was like, what are you going here for? And I was like, I'm going to get my radiology license. And he was like, you could do that in the Army, and instead of paying $20,000 for it, you could make like $28,000 a year.
Damn, so you got 2 years in?
Huh?
2 years of college in?
No. I did the military, got out of the military, started going back to college, couldn't figure out, didn't know why I wasn't good in the classroom.
Yeah, comedians are not meant for college, I don't think.
And then about
I don't think so.
Yeah.
After knowing all you.
There's no
graduated.
point.
Then like
college?
I swear you had all A's.
I got a bachelor's degree.
Yeah, I also have a bachelor's
What'd you graduate with?
In psychology and criminal justice.
Oh, see, I was gonna do the psychology. I studied psychology, but
yeah.
You still remember some of that shit? Is it still up there?
Yeah, some of it.
I just feel like you hate admin shit.
Huh?
Like you hate admin-y, schooly type.
But it's also hard. You can't tell. You can't ask a 17.
Learning.
You can't ask a 17 or 18-year-old what you want to be for the rest of your life. If you ask me, like if we're 17, you're like, hey, what do you want to major in? I don't fucking know. It's like 1,000 majors. I'm throwing so much shit out.
I dropped out actually, and then I ended up going back. But when I was first in college, I was in for business. And then I had to drop out. You
could do that, but in order to do that, you'd have to like be honest with kids about all of the options that are out there.
Now, mind you, if you're gonna be a lawyer, doctor, something that requires literal book studies, I don't know about the college. But I ain't gonna say it's a scam.
Yeah,
it's a bit of a scam.
It's a bit of a scam,
but only if. But because it's a scam.
Yeah,
especially it's a bit of a scam.
Did you see the
it's
shit?
Not fully a scam.
Have you seen the shit in California?
What's that?
Like they just passed that bill in colleges where they're no longer allowing like legacy admissions or like donor related admissions. Like it has to be.
I can see because they got jammed up. Those celebrities got jammed up out there.
Oh my god! I was just talking to somebody about that.
Yeah, they got jammed up.
Like fuck.
You know, it was only $15,000 that they paid to get their kids into these colleges.
It's not even that much money.
No, but and they all went to jail. That's just not worth it.
Well, I hate to say that sounds a little extreme.
But $15,000 is the part they got caught on. Do you know what I mean?
Sure.
Like that might have been the first payment.
We gotta find out what's the crime. So the crime is I'm rich as hell. I'm trying to get my kids into school. They too dumb to get in there.
I'm gonna pay.
Not all of them.
Okay.
One of them got in without any help.
Okay.
Like,
so then I just throw you.
Whatever.
So if I throw $15,000 on it. Or maybe they're smart. They just didn't do his schoolwork. Either way, I'll give you $15,000. I feel like that's 100% of celebrities doing that probably, and then they got caught. Who wouldn't do that?
Not just celebrities.
I wouldn't even think that was illegal.
Anybody with money.
Yeah, ananybody with money.
That's what I mean. That's what I mean.
Were celebrities.
Yeah.
The rest
they
were just rich people.
Yeah, good point about the politicians too. You know they had about all their kids.
They were looking at like they were looking at like
let's look at the Menendez brothers for a second. Those rich fucks.
Well, they were looking at like Harvard and Stanford and Berkeley and all of those schools.
They putting their bread down.
One of them, it was like 22% of admissions was like nepotism and money related.
Of course.
And so they're basically outlawing it, and like all these rich people are losing their shit and everything like that. Yeah. But then they did this.
Here come the poors.
But then they did this study about like the college. Well, they did this study about like the relation to income related to the degrees from different schools, right? So like if you got that like a degree from like Stanford and you got the same degree at like UC like Cal or something, like it was like a $60,000 a year income difference. So it's like you're literally buying your kid more money in the future over somebody who actually earned the right to make that much money.
Yeah, and then that motherfucker gets the job, and now they suck at the job.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And then the cost of the services from that company costs more because they have to cover the cost of that stupid person's salary versus somebody that's actually doing something. Yeah,
but then we have to figure this out. Let's say we get rid of college. What should a kid do after high school?
Work. The army.
Yeah, that's what Israel does that, right?
Yeah.
Yes, I don't say we get rid of college. I say we make it. You can't apply to college
because the beer and the parties are fun too. That has to be a part of it.
Yeah, you have to do that.
Yeah, whatever your home cases, you gotta
go to jail. You gotta fuck up. You need to.
For real. You gotta do some time.
You gotta get somebody pregnant. You gotta get an abortion.
I think 2 years of public service. 2 years of some kind of public service.
Yeah.
What counts as a public service? What are we talking?
Library.
Yeah, sure.
Like restaurant,
service
work,
any kind of service work.
Yeah, that's real.
Like any sort of if you're like I want to be a welder, you can go do like your on the job apprenticeship, kind of stuff like that.
Right.
But I think college you shouldn't be able to apply until you're. It should kind of be similar to like the NBA and shit. Now you have to play a year in college before you can go to the NBA because hey, we need to know that you're not a complete fuck up. Before we trust you with thousands and thousands of dollars.
Right.
But somehow we'll be like, hey, you might be a complete fuck up, but we'll give you $100,000 in student loans.
Right, exactly.
Which is crazy.
And you don't even know what you're doing. Like what 17-year-old knows what the fuck they're doing? You know how annoying teenagers are?
Dude, I guarantee you.
I
guarantee you the percentage is astronomical. The number of like freshman college students who buy a PS5 with their like tuition or
and
like
some tats. You know you gotta get some tats with that shit.
Yeah,
a tattoo.
Tattoos are crucial because you finally out the house. Moms can't see me.
Yeah,
she won't know for another 6 months.
Yeah,
I can go ahead and get one.
Yeah, you gotta show up for your first class looking like Dennis Rodman.
Come on, man, got to, bro.
I like graduated high school and went right into my career. It's crazy.
See, that's the smart thing. But see, you're lucky enough to know what you were doing. Exactly, that's the key.
I had no idea.
And now I'm like, what do I want to do? Where everybody else is just figured out and really comfortable. I've already had a 20-year career.
Well, but even that, like when you first started your career immediately out of high school, didn't you first start doing special effects makeup? Did you like shift from that into it?
Yeah,
but that's what we talk about growing the base and then branching out, like we were saying earlier.
Exactly.
Yeah, but I figure it out really quickly. And then I'm down to shape shift and change and rebuild and fuck up.
Yeah, but that's good because now you're a young motherfucker with experience, which is rare. You gotta you gotta pick one. Are you young or do you have experience?
Dude,
but if you start young, you got both.
I feel like that's what in comedy. I feel like that's what happens.
Exactly.
Young, like the people who have like real life experience when they start,
for sure,
immediately take off faster.
Yeah, you got something to say. You got something to talk about. You know what I mean?
I started when I was 28.
Same. I think I was 27.
Yeah.
But in the grand scheme of things, that's still young. But we always want to start when we're 10. But it's impossible.
I started at 30.
Yeah.
Dude, I started at 30.
Crazy.
But you know who you are.
That's what I'm saying. The experience helps. Because you don't have to figure out like, what am I doing? What do I think?
Well, but like going back to like being honest about like all of the options that are out there. Do you know what I mean? Like I won young author awards in first grade and third grade. but nobody ever encouraged me to write.
Right. So you were low-key.
You know what I mean? I was shitty at baseball, but everybody encouraged me to, stick with it. Stick with it. Bro.
That's a good point, though.
Stick with this sport.
So what you're saying is, I thought you started at 30. Your soul been doing this shit since you started.
Dude,
and that's kind of how it is. You just got to find that shit.
Yeah. Well, I got my bachelor's degree eventually. I went back to school online and got my bachelor's degree in graphic design and digital marketing. And I went to work for like a freelance company, like consulting company. And so I was like writing copy for companies, like for articles and things that they were putting out and like press releases for different things. And like a European version of like that Ramjack company that like levels houses and foundations and stuff. There's like a European company that like invented like the shit that they put underneath there and like the expanding foam that levels the shit. So I was doing like writing press releases and shit for them. They had me write like a Halloween one. They wanted like a spooky Halloween, like kind of like fake story kind of thing, like a fake news kind of thing. But it was like, there's like, imagine if like a house like split in half because it was over like a, what was that shit from like Charmed, like a fault line or something.
Sure.
And it was Halloween, so like a magical energy was released and the house split in half. But luckily, like, whatever the company, I think it's called GeoBear. Shout out GeoBear.
GeoBear, what up, bro?
So there's some of you listening in the UK. You have heard of GeoBear.
UK? One more time.
But they were like
killing these, but y'all got me smoked out. All right, thank you.
So they had like a Ghostbusters style car with their logo on it. So it's like, they showed up like the Ghostbusters and sealed this magical rift with their special formula kind of thing. So I just had to write like a ridiculous, crazy article and just have fun with it.
Oh, that's lit.
And it was shit that like I was doing like that. And I was like, oh yeah, this is the shit that I've wanted to do. And then getting diagnosed and talking with a therapist, and they were like, why don't you take that?
How old were you when they told you that? Diagnosed.
30. I started stand-up a month and a half after.
You had a big 30, bro. I think I'm autistic. I think I'm a comic, too.
Do you want to hear the wildest part?
What's that?
My first appointment at the University of Florida, they have the Center for Autism and Related Disabilities. And so I had to go into there for a 4-hour observation appointment. I had to do all of these like online like tests and like things like that and send them into them and all these evaluation forms. And then when I went for the appointment, the first part of the appointment was literally them interviewing my mom. They were like, you have to bring like a parent or sibling to this observation thing with you because we have to talk to them about your childhood. And then did the observation with the doctor. Now, the first day they ever told me, they're like, you're definitely autistic. It was April 1st. It was April 1st, 2019. And I literally told my mom, I was like, I can't even tell anyone until tomorrow.
That's a fact. Wouldn't that be funny if they called you back now?
About that. We've seen you on TikTok. We got to tell you.
I hadn't been on
April
TikTok yet.
Joking, yeah.
April 4th.
It's October 2024 now.
Hilarious.
But where are y'all on Halloween? Y'all big Halloween people?
I am.
I got into it.
I like haunted houses.
You're a big Halloween guy?
Kinda. It's definitely my favorite holiday, I think.
Fuck yes.
Because one, we're in the fall. Best season. Love the season of the vibe.
Will you go to a haunted house?
I will.
Will you go with me?
Let's do that.
Way to bring Wesley Snipes back in. He went full Blade voice. He said, I will.
We go to the one down we go to the one down the street. So
I don't
fun.
think you understand.
There's like 3 of them.
I haunt houses.
But it's because I like being scared. Like I like roller coasters for the same reason. Like I'm scared of heights.
Love roller coasters.
But I'm gonna hop in that roller coaster. Same thing with that. It's like I don't think they can kill me. So I'm gonna just go through this bitch.
Legally, they've signed papers.
Ooh,
yeah.
I love that shit.
Yeah, it's so fun. There's one down the street that has 3 of them.
Damn.
It's so fun.
I'm all about that.
Have y'all seen those every year? Have y'all seen those extreme haunted houses where you have to sign a form and they can hurt you?
Like the Candy Manor?
Bro, when I'm signing a form, that's crazy, bro.
When they're like, hey.
It's disgusting what they're doing.
Oh, yeah. Some of that shit is.
We can beat your ass. That's crazy, bro.
You basically sign up for torture.
Yeah, it's disgusting. They shave your head. They beat you up. They can do everything but kill you and rape you.
There's a house where the experience is 6 hours and you can like tap out at any time, but if you make it the full 6 hours, they'll give you $20,000, but nobody's ever made it.
Yeah, it's the McCamey one.
Yeah.
Also,
that sounds
only 20 grand. Nah, I'm good.
Oh.
For 6 hours.
Yeah, nah, I'm good.
Nah.
If I were homeless though,
that would be great. Hey boys, I got a spot for us. We gotta get our ass licked. But,
I was reading about
6 hours is crazy.
I was reading about one of the things, and they put you in like a cage and drop you in water, and there's like, you have to like breathe through like the bars of the cage.
This is different. Yeah. That ain't got nothing to do with haunted houses. Motherfuckers just want to get their sick off.
Doug, I literally thought of the old Dave Chappelle, Tyrone Bigham sketches from Fear Factor.
Yeah, for sure.
And I was like, Doug, you imagine Tyrone just in that cage with his own bar of soap, just like, hey, thank y'all for the fresh water.
Real shit, bro. If they're doing all that, I don't want to do 6 hours of anything.
No.
Just maybe shrooms, maybe. Even at that sick, I'm like, all right, that's enough. I'm tired.
6 hours is a lot.
6 hours.
6 hours of it, that's crazy,
I'll
bro.
drive.
Yeah,
I can drive.
Haunted house should be a good, 30, 40 minutes?
Yeah.
For what?
I think go through it.
Oh, haunted house is not 20.
20.
It's not 30.
20 minutes.
Yeah. Exactly.
Enough to keep your heart rate elevated, and when you get out, you're like, oh, I'm still alive.
Because even a 2-hour movie, it start getting you, you start moving around, shifting in the damn seats.
Yeah, an hour and a half for a movie is perfect.
Yeah.
Even a 2-hour massage. I know that sounds crazy, but 2 hours, I'm like,
The reason I don't like those long massages is because you're going to put me to sleep within the first 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And you wake me up. I don't know how long this shit. I guess there's a watch. You can just look at your watch. But however, what if they
start your own timer?
Sometimes I feel like they got over because you massaged me. I went to sleep early and I didn't really get to feel the massage. I was asleep. I took a nap.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You
maybe
to take a nap.
Yeah.
I don't like that. You could have left.
Yeah, I want to be awake for a massage. I want to be asleep for a workout.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Can you imagine if you could just fall asleep at the gym and then wake up post-workout?
Yeah, and you still tired? Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
You wake up tired as hell.
You just wake up sweaty and you're like,
good workout, boys.
Yeah.
Oh, that would be great.
Pretty sweet.
Yeah.
That would be great.
There was an old movie from the 2000s with Kyle MacLachlan, and I can't remember the name of it, but the concept was people could like swap consciousness.
Damn.
That's scary. So you could like vacation across the country by just swapping bodies with somebody, kind of thing.
Maybe. But I don't know about that.
They were like,
they don't want to give the body back.
Or what if they swap and then they get killed?
Oh.
So that's the concept of the movie.
Damn! We gotta watch this fucking movie.
It's like somebody kills somebody else in his body, so when he swaps back.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Because now
I
don't like that. Now I'm this motherfucker
of murder.
Oh shit!
Yeah, but there's like a CEO in the movie who swaps bodies with his personal trainer. So when the guy goes to his office, the personal trainer's body is like behind the desk, like on the headset talking to people and like having the conversation with him, while the trainer is in his body on the treadmill. So it's just this like fat, sweaty CEO guy, just like grease everywhere, just like that kind of like. That's
crazy.
Like, you know how they did like the makeup? Have you seen the new Dunes?
I ain't seen it. I got to start Dunes. Hate to say, I got to start them.
Like it's good.
Oh, I like and I love Zendaya.
You know how like they put actors in like fat suits to like make them like extra gross. Yes, like the penguin. It's like a penguin guy.
This guy is gnarly.
Gross.
And he levitates, which is confusing.
Yeah.
I gotta watch that shit too.
Yeah, it's confusing.
Yeah. Sci-fi.
Damn.
Aliens. Dude.
Yeah, it's weird. No, baby, space. I don't know if it's
exactly.
Are they aliens?
Yeah.
Do y'all think we have aliens? Let's go there.
Oh, we know we have aliens.
Yeah,
you remember 2020?
This is a pod.
When you were,
now we got a podcast.
When you were tweeting and all those signs, all those firemen were.
Oh, I guess I wasn't awake that day.
What did the government say?
The government released everything.
Yeah.
It was 2020?
Yeah.
But there was so much going on. You can't do that. That's like me being in a fight and then AJ saying, hey, bro, you got AIDS. And he just walks. He's like, bro, I can't focus on that right now. I'm in the middle of this fight. Bro. Why would you?
You're in the middle of a fight, and I'm like, hey, I touched your girlfriend's butt once.
You're like, hold on. He said, what now? I can't focus on that. That's why he said it just then. He would never say that
at the end of the fight. You're like, you like big butts? And I was like, I cannot lie.
And then after they're like, he touched your butt. He's like, yeah, he told you. It's like, I guess he told me, but that shit didn't count.
Yeah.
Because I was busy with, that's crazy.
Exactly. It was like, it was literally right around the time everybody was upset at like all the like Congress and senators who sold all their stock right before lockdown. Sure. And then they were like, here's 300 pages of documents I
got time to read this shit.
Yeah. Unredacted. But yeah, it like
for sure, though.
It acknowledged like UFOs and spacecraft and all of this stuff.
Love it.
And then nobody just ever brought it up again.
That's crazy.
Yeah. They also released like 100 new pages from like the JFK.
No, but like, where are they?
I mean,
they're here.
On our... Oh, what? Aliens? I don't know.
Where are the aliens?
Well, okay.
Here? Where?
I've heard a theory. I've heard a theory.
No, I don't believe
throw
that.
me out the window, but I've heard a theory where there were super ancient. Let's say humans have been around for 1 million years. There have been aliens per se, which we would be if we went to Mars. By the way, you're just not from there. You know what I mean? So they're out there. Fuck, I lost it. I know this. It's like okay, yes. So there were these aliens. They got into an ancient galactic war. Their planet got blown up, like they say Earth will be at a certain point, and they have to go somewhere else. They say we have to go somewhere. They find Mars, which they found footprints and other pyramids and shit on. Then they come here and see us walking around like fools, and they're like, we can just take care of this, build them up. And they said they put pyramids, I don't know. As much as I want to credit the black man for the pyramids, I love this theory.
I also love this theory.
You know what I mean? So they say they planted that almost like their flag, because it was like it was like an internet back then, the pyramids were, and they put them all over the planet kind of. So that's what they're saying. And then I guess, maybe they went back to wherever the fuck they got going on.
I think they were airports. I think the pyramids were alien airports.
Could have
like,
been.
we can just park our ship right on top of this, like the way people balance rocks and shit. And then just boom, we walk right down the outside.
Because the mathematics of it could be of something that is not human. It's so accurate. And we still haven't figured out how they've done it. So I think us as humans...
don't know how they moved the stones.
And us as humans, we think we're so important, especially America.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But we always think it's only us. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The Power Rangers stands for America.
But like, and I'm even though I'm black, I fall victim to that, just thinking it's only us. Because like you say, well, what's going on in France? Like, who gives a fuck? We're in America. So if it ain't in New York, Atlanta, Nashville, Miami, it didn't happen.
Yeah.
But I think
so fucked up to even think.
I know, but that is how we are. But I think that's hilarious. But I respect it. But
said the Jew.
So I think that us as humans, we think that we're like the only people here, or the smartest thing, because we're smarter than the animals and shit and the birds. But I think there could be aliens out here that look at us like birds, and they're just not animal abusers. You know what I mean? Like people, we wouldn't walk past a bird and choke it to death, even just because we're superior. So I think it could be some of that. Hope not. Because maybe I hope so if they're nice.
Well, some people are like that. And I think that's some aliens are like that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think some aliens have shown up here in the past.
On some bullshit.
The same way creepy white dudes show up on Indian reservations and are like, I'm here to fuck some shit up.
And I think that's where the biblical text gets stuff like Satan. You know what I mean?
Bad
and
alien.
gods and all of that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I think we get a couple like predator situations every once in a while, but for the most part, I think it's like tourists who are like, hey, let's go bird watching
for sure
at the human exhibit.
And honestly, I don't even know if I'm mad at the government for not telling us. You know, my whole life you're thinking, fucking government lying, holding secrets, but what do we do with that information? You know, as a regular human.
We chew on it for a while until we're used to. Are you fucking kidding?
That's real.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll start respecting each other more as humans.
So this is
instead of fighting all fucking time. You know what I mean?
So this is a concept from like a science fiction book, but the concept is like science fiction, like as a genre when it's like really exploded in like the 60s or 50s, 60s, and so on, was the like government funded. Like entertainment projects designed to start introducing us to the concepts of aliens.
Sure, that's real.
So that was like, they've been keeping this information from us. It's like, but they've been giving us time to chew on the concept.
Yeah, because your ass couldn't handle that.
Independence Day.
It's like when your mom tell you when you're a kid, I'll tell you when you're older.
Men in Black.
Yeah.
Well, more like the original science fictions, like the first, like the original Star Trek. Right. Like the idea that they're
Star
just
Wars had some of that shit in
exploring space and things
Twilight
like that.
Zone.
Star Wars, a long time ago in a galaxy far away.
Spaceballs.
We got a podcast on our hands now, boys.
Coneheads.
SNL. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Wow.
But there's like the whole concept like you were talking about that like if an alien race like that is old enough to have reached like space travel still takes so much time that by the time some of those aliens even reached us, their original planets were gone.
Dude, imagine space travel
Superman
in dog years.
Huh?
Imagine space travel in dog years.
Yeah, you're dead. You're done.
Yeah, dude. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I guess you couldn't bring a dog on that trip.
No, dude.
Unless you bring 2 of them, you just keep having generations of this same motherfucker.
Even like a regular human astronaut, dude. Like imagine if Lance Armstrong had like a poodle.
Right.
Yeah.
He was, I don't know how long that mission was, like 8 months or something.
Yeah.
It was long.
But to that dog,
yeah.
he was gone
it
for
took
like
8 months to
5
get to the
years.
moon? That's what they were saying? Because, everybody, they've cut that and said, we just made that in Hollywood. We didn't go to the moon anymore. I haven't looked into that, but that's what everybody's saying
Yeah,
now.
because the flag wasn't waving.
That's what they say. I didn't look into that conspiracy yet.
The flag wouldn't wave because
there's no
atmosphere.
There's no gravity,
but there is space weather. So it would move.
Sure.
Yeah, there are magnetic.
So y'all think we went to the moon? I hope we did. I don't know. I didn't look down there.
I don't know why we haven't gone again.
I haven't digested it, and that's why that I have a hard time believing it. Because if we went once,
but who's to say
why haven't we
they're
gone
not up there setting up shop and on some shit like can't let us know?
Yeah,
more pyramids.
But
they said they found them. There's theories that there's pyramids up there.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Maybe we didn't go back because we went there and then somebody popped out and was like, "Hey, this is our outpost."
And they were like, "Don't show them that." Yeah, that's a good point. You go there because how many people actually know when we go to the moon? Maybe the president of all the countries on the world. Maybe they know that we're up there, and then the 4 astronauts up there. There's only 12 people maybe that actually know.
Well, but also...
and within the government, there's so many things.
But what I'm saying is, so if an alien were to pop out and be like, motherfucker, go back home, this is our house.
Yeah.
It's only about 100 people.
Yeah. Well, and now that we're starting to try and go back with like SpaceX and all of that kind of stuff, maybe it's just like with other government programs, like when a government's contract expires and they have to like pick up and leave and they abandon a base.
Yeah.
Maybe the alien contract expired.
He gonna tweet from the moon. He couldn't help it.
Yeah. Maybe the aliens.
Elon.
Yeah.
If he go up there, bro, he gonna have to get it.
Is he going up there?
I don't know, but I feel like he wouldn't keep a secret because he couldn't.
No,
he couldn't. Like, so if there was some shit up there going down, he'd be like, fuck it. They got aliens up there. I just saw it. Here's the picture. Boom. That's him, bro.
Dude, if him and Trump went to the moon, we would know everything.
Very nice aliens.
Doug, if they went to the moon, could you imagine if they came back and like the world just rejected their passports?
Ooh. That's why I couldn't do it. That's why I couldn't like go to. I don't trust. That's just like if you throw me in Asia, that would be scary because I've never been to Asia. I don't speak the language. If you throw me in, Thailand, which is probably still Asia.
Yeah,
I'm still in Asia.
Yeah,
but I want to go to Asia. But if they throw me outer space, you just gotta hope everybody lets me back in.
Yeah,
I don't like that. It's too far for me. And then you got the atmosphere coming back in. It's just I couldn't understand the astronaut
There's
shit.
still a good distance between the atmosphere and the ground where somebody could just shoot you out of the sky because they're like, we don't know. That could be a foreign something.
But you'll have the best selfies though when you go up there.
Yeah, because you're floating.
No, but you see the Earth. It's you and the Earth behind you. That's the hardest selfie in the world.
Flat earthers.
Yeah. Oh, exactly. What kind of shit is that?
Flat earthers.
Crazy.
How do they wake up?
You can go to a beach and see that it's round. It ain't even, you can look, you can tell.
That's what I'm saying. I've been on boats, I've been on planes, and you'd be like, oh, you can see that little...
It's a sphere.
Yeah.
Ain't that deep?
Flat earthers. What about the people that think that the government's controlling the weather?
Those people think that the hurricanes that are going on right now are because of the fucking government.
I've heard that theory too.
Crazy.
Now, how about this? To their defense,
there are people in the government who believe that. Marjorie Taylor Greene tweeted that shit.
Now, I wouldn't put it past the government, but I don't think so.
I don't know how they could.
Unless there's money involved, these motherfuckers just want some cash. If they said you could make $1 million making a hurricane and killing some people, they would do that.
Americans will believe anything but climate change.
No, facts. They don't want to believe that. They don't want to believe that.
Except for the Jews. The Jews believe in climate change.
The climate change.
That's why people think they control the weather. Just because they believe in it.
No, we just control the entertainment industry. We do not control the weather. Yeah,
there'll be like hard proof, like facts. Climate change is really happening, and people.
Yeah, if they control the weather, cool that shit off.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Just turn that shit down about 6 to 8.
Yeah,
That's why most people don't believe in climate change. They're like, I can just adjust my climate.
You're like it's a down at the house.
Of course we control the weather. Do you not see these buttons, Doug?
Man, it be hot as hell.
I control the weather in this motherfucker all day.
Bro, that summer heat, bro, in the South.
It was crazy.
It's deadlier every year. Yeah. If you don't have AC in that car.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I didn't, brother.
Woo, I've been there. That's what I'm saying. Like,
I
had a Honda back in the day. And that was probably 10 years ago. So now with this heat, no AC, because the windows in the South don't help you. If you're in LA or New York, you can have no AC in the summer and just let your windows down and get a cool breeze.
Yes and no. It was really, really hot in LA this summer.
Yeah,
it was like wild.
But we got that oven. We got that oven heat.
It was oven heat.
It's sauna versus steam room.
Woo.
Yeah, that's true. But still, real. I hadn't felt LA that bad in a long time.
Yeah, I didn't really think about the heat down here because I moved here from Minneapolis and I was like, I don't need AC. I'm in Minneapolis. I roll the windows down.
Yeah, no. It's as extreme as Chicago's winters. Because how I fear I'm like, how could they do it? They should fear the summers like that. Yeah. Because you can take all your clothes off. That ain't going to help you.
No.
Yeah, you got to get in the house, get some AC.
Doug, you see how like unused to heat people are when you see like heat waves in New York City and you're like, what's the heat? And it's like 90 degrees.
I'm like, no,
and people are fainting.
Yeah, they can't handle it.
That ain't shit.
No.
What a summer day in Florida when the humidity is 60 degrees and it's 107 outside.
Were your people good down there after the hurricane? Do you still have people down there?
Yeah. Okay. My parents went to my sister's house in Jacksonville.
I was going to ask, because
they are in a...
Gainesville got hit, right?
Yeah, I think so.
They're the whole state.
Yeah.
I was watching, because was it Milton, this newest one? Cat 5, strong, if not stronger than Katrina.
Man, very...
And the way that it wrapped, it got
like when you looked at it on the map, it damn near covered the entire state. So damn, okay, I'm glad your people straight, man. I forgot
it hit Mexico too.
The Florida is getting pummeled. It's like
crazy.
I think it was.
Did y'all have hurricanes growing up? I guess you did. Hell,
I think it was like 2005.
This shit.
Well, like 2005, I think we got like 8.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it was just like
the thing about this hurricane last night was they said it came through. It was so strong. There was 87 tornadoes throughout the state of Florida in one night. I said, shit is crazy, bro. That's a crazy state to live in.
You ever seen tornadoes before?
I haven't seen them.
Terrible.
But in Tennessee, we get them.
Yeah.
But I've seen video of one going downtown once. The East Nashville one hit not too long ago. Yeah. That was ugly. And the thing, I hate tornadoes. We was talking about this one night at one of the shows. A tornado, there's no warning. Like with the Milton, they say, hey, you got 7 days. Get your shit. Get the fuck out of here. Bro, we can look outside right now. They say, bro, y'all got 30 minutes.
Yeah.
And that shit is down the street. You're like, what the fuck?
Yeah, it's scary.
And they can change direction. They can predict where it's going to go, but then it'll just hit
reverse.
They can also jump.
Yeah.
Which is wild. Yeah. Tornadoes, like almost like think like a BMX bike. Sure. Like a tornado can hit like a hill and literally jump over places and hit and like jump in midair, just be like, oop, I'm going over here now.
That's what happened in my hometown, my little small town of Lockett, Texas, with one stoplight. There was a tornado and it wasn't supposed to hit, and then all of a sudden it took a hard left and it hit the whole... There were peanut trailers everywhere. It was crazy.
Movie recommendation, Lroy Texas. Lroy Texas. Incredible. You said Texas, it reminded me of this movie, Lroy Texas, about a small town. Got like a 98 on Rotten Tomatoes. Brand new writer-director. Incredible movie.
What's the synopsis? Or is it better to know nothing?
A man tries to put a hit out on his wife and shit hits the fan.
Right.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Sounds a little old, No Country for Old Men-ish.
Yeah, it's really good. Excellent writing. It's good movie. Lroy Texas. Y'all put in the comments if y'all like. You're gonna love the movie. Thank me in the comments of what you do.
Ooh, yeah.
You're gonna love it. You're gonna love it. Yeah.
Praise.
Yeah.
Lroy Texas.
Lroy, Texas.
Do you have any shows coming up?
Shows coming up. Yes. You know what I'm thinking? Y'all can help me with this. Not to divert from your question. I got a show on the 5th, which is election night, at an art gallery. Josh Black and Friends. So yeah, come out to that. If you see this before November 5th, the election night.
This will be out before November 5th.
Yeah.
Yes. So yeah, if you pull up to that, I'll be there for sure. It's gonna be real fun. I'm thinking about moving to Chicago.
All right.
Nice.
All right.
I love Chicago.
I love
Yes.
Chicago.
Yes. Okay, good. I'm thinking
Yeah.
about it. That's why I was talking about the Chicago winter right now. I was just subconsciously fearing the damn winter.
It's not that bad.
Oh,
Okay, that's what I was thinking. You're from Minneapolis, though. You
Yeah.
know that.
Minneapolis is worse.
Exactly.
Yeah. Chicago is not bad.
don't trust her.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
trust
She
her.
used to
We're from the
blizzards
South.
and
We're
whiteouts
from
and
the
shit.
South.
And like,
It is horrible.
woo.
It is
Yeah.
horrible.
Dress in layers.
Get a peacoat.
Right. Okay, I got
Yeah.
one. I got a thick boy.
Yeah.
When I went up
Nice.
there, I headlined the Zanies up there. I took that. Ooh.
Get up.
I bought some mittens.
Got mittens and get the car
It
It
thing.
felt gay,
Get the
but I
car
liked
thing.
it. I liked it. Yeah, I had some little mittens on.
Toboggan.
Ooh, a good scarf.
Yeah.
Mm.
Okay.
I always like with the Minneapolis, I had like snowboarding gear too. So if it got
Yeah.
really bad, I'd throw that on over everything because
Huh.
it's waterproof. So I could go shovel snow.
And I'm not used to a city being built for snow. You know how down here, if some snows, a little ice, we shut the shit down.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm
not
not-
up there.
Yeah, people, motherfuckers still going to work.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Going to school.
Yeah.
I like snow days.
Yeah.
Shut it down. I don't want to go anywhere.
But yeah, I'm looking for a
2020
switch, man.
Yeah.
Looking for a switch.
John Hickok moved
Exactly.
to Chicago, and he loves it. He's been
Yeah,
there
there's a
2 years
Chicago
now.
Nashville connection. I
Well,
love
it's the Zanies.
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's that. And I mean,
Our friend Hannah Rushline is in Chicago.
Yeah, shout
oh,
out
that's
Hannah
true.
Rushline.
Yeah, I love all the clubs they have up there, bro. I love the food, of course.
Yeah.
The summertime is beautiful,
I
man.
love Chicago because literally like 2 doors down from the Zanies Old Town Chicago is Second City.
Ooh, legendary.
Yeah.
Legendary.
Right by
Gave us Amy
Professor
Poehler,
Pizza.
gave us Steve Carell, a host of others. Most of the killers from
Yeah.
SNL came out of there.
Yeah.
Aykroyd and Belushi
facts.
yeah.
So
I
speaking
think
of, the
Bill
SNL movie
Murray.
comes out
Yeah.
Saturday. I'm
What?
excited for that. It's
Yeah.
an SNL movie. It just snuck under the radar. I guess we
Yeah.
didn't. Yeah, it got in my YouTube ads the other day.
Oh,
An
that's
SNL
dope.
movie of the first season.
Oh,
Mhm.
give
Yeah, with
it.
Aykroyd and
Chevy Chase
Chevy,
and Bill
yeah,
Murray
Gary,
and
uh-huh.
wasn't Eddie Murphy the first? Was he season
No,
one or
he
season two?
came a little later. Because apparently, the first 5 years they were doing it. Then Lauren quit for about 5 years, and that's when they brought Eddie in, and then that's when Eddie shined, and then Lauren came back. But yeah, so anyway, I'm thinking about Chicago. So y'all pray that I can handle this damn cold ass weather.
You'll be
Oh,
fine.
you'll be fine.
But yeah, I love it. I need a change, man. And I never
Really?
moved. I've always lived here in Tennessee. You know
Forever?
what I mean? Yeah, exactly.
out.
Born and raised.
Oh, yeah.
I was
you
about to
gotta
move to Atlanta, then I got the fireman job. And then I was on the fireman, and then comedy started taking off. And I just stayed here, and then, but I feel like I'm comfortable, and also I'm ready to kind of go up there. Yeah, and they got a lot more clubs. They got, they got a rich history of comedy.
Madison is right
It's still Midwest.
there.
You know what I mean? Nashville and Chicago is the best place to fly out of if you're doing
Yeah.
comedy.
And
100%.
I will tell you, Roy Wood Jr. told me, he's like, don't move to Chicago or LA until you've like for real made it. And he's like, if you think you're ready for Nashville or LA, move to Philly or Chicago or DC.
Yeah. Yeah, you mean New York that first time?
Yeah,
Yeah,
New York.
LA or New York.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, my bad.
exactly. And so, because a lot of people fly to LA, they fly to New York, and then it's kind of oversaturated. On top of it, you got the best comedians on the planet there that's taking spots respectfully as they're supposed to do. But it's like, goddamn, as a hungry comedian trying to come up and get in, I'm like, I need some time, and I want to go to a city where, and people are afraid of that Chicago snow, so they don't. LA's beautiful. Of course, that'll call your name.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And New York's New York. But Chicago, I feel like it's kind of like an under-the-radar rich city.
Also,
you know?
how it slows down in the wintertime here for comedy? Don't do that in Chicago.
Right, picks up. Yeah.
Yeah.
All my shows I've been
Indoor
there.
Wisconsin,
activities.
Minnesota.
Yeah, for sure.
Wintertime
People be
shows,
outside there.
yeah.
I respect
we
that
get
too.
out, but we're still in.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, we see 40 degrees outside. We're like, I don't know if I'm going to that.
Yeah, -20. I'm on my way to the Comedy Corner Underground.
Yeah,
Like, let's go
that's
hit
crazy.
this
It's a packed
stage.
crowd.
Yeah, dude. Everyone gets stir crazy.
I love that. I love that. I
Dude,
love that.
Chicago is incredible.
Yeah.
Like Austin is like the same thing is happening with Austin now that's happened with LA and New York is it's like oversaturated
Sure.
because everybody's moving there.
Yep.
But if you notice like the people who come in from the other scenes shine and stand out.
Right.
Like if you look at all the
right.
Nashville comics
Mhm,
that like
mhm.
when Nashville goes to Austin, like we rip.
For sure.
Yeah, that
They-
Vulcan show
They
with
can feel
all...
it. They can feel it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. The last 4 years, bro, our rep has done turned up outside of Nate because we used to just be under like Nate's shadow, and now of course Nate's a god. But now it's like people hear you a Nashville comic, they got respect on that shit now.
That's
Yeah.
rad.
I love it. I love it.
Sick.
Well, hey, man, I thank y'all for having me.
Hey, thanks for coming.
We've
on
been
the
talking
podcast.
directions, dude.
Yeah.
I know.
Golly, I'm not even gonna remember this because I'm high now, so I can't wait to go back and watch this shit again and go down the path and see what we did.
We're gonna slap all of this on the internet.
Yeah.
Don't
Love
worry.
it. I love
You
it.
want to shout out your socials?
Yes, at Sir Joshua Black. I'm at 500,000 followers on TikTok. Holler at your boy. I'm
Ooh,
doing
yes,
sketches every
queen.
week. Yes, I'm out here doing my thing.
What do you mean sketches?
I'm doing comedy sketches.
How
like,
cute.
Every week I'm doing comedy sketches. I'm trying to post more stand-up too. I love how you're posting your stand-up. I've been so like, no, it's my baby. But I'm getting more free with that shit now. So check it out. I got stand-up. I got sketches. I'm posting just funny shit. I'm on Twitter talking shit. Holla at your boy, man. I'm in a town near you, Chicago. I'm on the way.
Woo!
Aliens!
Let's go.
Aliens! And tornadoes.
What in Tardation?